Chances are you have never heard of the EU emissions trading scheme, and yet it is the single most important means by which we can address climate change today. I've been working on its reform for almost a year, and this is how it works.
ETS creates a financial incentive for the biggest emitters to cut back. How? Well, since 2005, the ETS has set a cap on the total amount of greenhouse gases companies can emit each year and requires monitoring of these emissions. A fixed number of allowances, which are the currency of the carbon market, are issued, and each year companies hold enough allowances to cover their emissions or face significant fines. Don't have enough? Cut your emissions or buy extra allowances from another emitter. Have extra allowances? Keep them for next year or sell them. This flexibility ensures that emissions are cut where it costs the least to do so. Over time, the cap is reduced. Fewer allowances are issued. Techniques to cut emissions are developed, and total emissions drop.
The emissions trading scheme as we know it has only one real problem. It simply doesn't work. In order for the carbon trade to work, the price of carbon must be a real deterrent to emissions. The real challenge, of course, is that when we created the original carbon markets, we simply gave away far too many free allowances. My ambition, my reform, is to try and change that. Is to soak up these excess allowances and try and make sure the market begins once again to function, to drive the price up, to make sure that carbon becomes what it should be, a priced commodity which you can trade. There are other challenges. Not all member states in the EU are the same. Some are much more dependent upon carbon, upon coal. What we've done there is create funds for them, specifically to allow them to modernise. We've also created innovation funds to allow those who've got good ideas to fund those ideas and then to share those ideas with others to make sure again that innovation is at the heart of the reform. And above all, we are trying to deliver against the Paris Accord. We are trying to hold the increase in temperature at below 2 degrees centigrade, hopefully toward 1.5. This reform will do that.